of you. What a weekend, right? What a shitty weekend. I did it to myself. And I really should know better, right? Talking to people early in recovery. Hopefully I'm learned from this mistake. Don't do it again. The good news is I'm working through it by talking to my sponsor. I made a meeting. I'm not going to a specific meeting anymore, which is a boundary for myself. And I'll just, I don't want to disappear from meetings. I got to continue to do this. Work through it like I've worked through a lot of stuff. And not lose my self-worth. And know that, I made a mistake. I'll make other mistakes. Hopefully none of them are like this. And it'll teach me, our mistakes are what teach us. Hopefully. Sometimes they don't, hopefully this teaches me. Well, they do eventually. I'm not what people are saying I am, what the person is saying I am. Just know that, now I can say I've experienced something like this and I don't like the way it feels. So, it's moving forward is the most important thing. And learning from it. What positive thing can I get from this? I found myself kind of just scrolling through my phone over the last couple of days. Just feeling all kind of feelings. And luckily I had Lainey there with me, where, I don't talk to my littles about what's going on. Talk to my son, that was good, and, I love my kids. They're good, they love me. They know me, they love me. My sponsor was good to me. I feel like an idiot. But I cannot let a situation like this defeat me. I have to continue to move forward. So what are the positive things that happened this weekend? Well, I did my thing with my church, which was good. That, this doesn't take away from my story of getting clean and staying clean. Work is going good. Rent's paid up. Bills are paid up. I'll go grocery shopping after I make my OP class. Got that still. I'm still in form of treatment class. And I'll go in there and do the same thing I did last night at my meeting. And just continue to push forward. And only focus on my bad behaviors. It's been like this up and down for me, and that's life. That's the way life is, It doesn't always have to be like this. But I'll go through some experiences, the most important thing is to not get wrapped up into reading comments or social media. That has been not the best distraction for me this weekend. So just, I had to make the gym today, which is, but I spent the whole day laying next to Lainey, watching movies, and I think that's really what I needed. The gym will be there. It'll be there tomorrow, and if I'm really tripping, I'll go tonight. But it'll be there, and I just wanted some time to lay with one of my kids and watch TV. Put my phone down, watch TV. That was good. A friend of mine from work sent me a awesome song. That helped. I mean, I got people that know me and love me and know who I am, so I don't have to sit in my thoughts and let my insecurities just run rampant in my head. And my social media can do that. Like, if you're feeling low and you feel like loads of people aren't liking you or whatever, watching that shit, man, doesn't help at all. And I've been doing that from the gate here to try to find a way to feel better, and that's not what I need to do. What I need to do is just get through this by focusing on the next right thing. And I thought to myself, maybe getting back to the basics of how you got here. Like when you came in into that treatment center where you felt wronged and you felt all that stuff, and you're doing the right thing. You're not holding that resentment towards that person as they're getting better. You're helping them and being supportive to them, and so there's another good thing that you're doing. You're not being like you were when that was going on. And so there's some good stuff going on. Both parents for our kids are clean and working a program of recovery, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day. Staying clean, working a program, and really trying to not make dumbass mistakes. And so I didn't even want to do this video. I thought I'd just be radio silent for a couple months, but I don't think that's a good idea for me. I mean, I've been doing this thing from the gate. That's not a good idea. I think expressing my feelings, putting it out here, and pushing through, and doing it in the right way. After talking to my sponsor for as long as I did yesterday, he really gave me good perspective over all of this. And he also was like, man, you really needed to talk to me early on. And of course I didn't. I mean, I did to an extent. I let him, but I wasn't 100 with him, like in terms of sending money or any of that stuff. And I mean, he was like, man, I'd have shut that shit down the second I found that out. And so I just got to remember that, like, my way of thinking isn't always the best way of thinking. And even if I think my intentions are good, that doesn't mean that they're not, it's not the right thing to do. And so just know that, like, I made a commitment to him and myself for no relationship at all, no talking to the opposite sex at all for a while, unless it's like my peoples that I've talked to for years. Nobody knew, and definitely nobody under, he said either 6 months or a year. I think, really he's referring to a year. And I think that's a good idea. And just if they need help, just point out somebody that might be able to, instead of like me getting involved and then even a bigger mess happening. And so, like I'll learn from this, hopefully, and one day at a time, just for today. Move forward. That's all I can do. It's right there in the Serenity Prayer. Accept the things I cannot change. Have the courage to change the things I can. Know the wisdom. Have the wisdom to know the difference. And life isn't fucking terrible. I've been, like a fucking zombie for the last couple of days, but life isn't terrible. And it's getting better. And it's gonna be okay, Rodney. It's gonna be okay. All your necessities are there. Everything that you prayed for, is there. So you just enter a new season of your life, dude. That's all. We're in a new season with some of the lingering stuff from the last season, and that'll go away in time, and it's gonna be okay. You're coming into summer. Get back into your step work. Definitely need to get into your step 4, and just keep like. I think I'm going to recommit to communicating with him every day. I was doing it here and there, but at least reaching out to him every day. I think I'm going to do like maybe a 30-day commitment. Every single day I'll call him, maybe a 60-day. I know he's got some stuff going on, but I think I'm going to do that. And this is an adversity that you'll overcome. You'll look back and you'll understand why everything has happened the way it did. You'll understand what not to do. And you'll be that much stronger in the future from it. So it's going to be okay. So what are 5 things I'm grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for my clean time. I'm grateful for the program of Narcotics Anonymous. I'm grateful that my kids are healthy. I'm grateful that I have my job and I'm good at it. And I'm grateful that I can put these videos on my channel to talk myself through all this. Some of them are good, some of them are shitty. And it's just a form of journaling. And I didn't get loaded this weekend. I didn't get loaded yesterday. That's really important. It wasn't too long ago that fucking I couldn't say that. Fuck, man, like 8 months ago I'd be loaded right now. Or I'd at least be fucking sitting here like fucking quiet, beating myself up in the mirror about getting loaded and like what am I gonna do now? And I don't have that today. I'm great 7 months and 9 days. I never thought I'd get there again. It was cool. I was connecting with somebody at the bus stop, one of the dads, I was talking to them, and I mean, he knows like my journey. We're from the same area. And he made me laugh. We were talking about shit, and he cracked me up. It was cool. Like he didn't take the path I took, but he found a different way to not do what I did. Like he shares a story of his own setbacks and stuff. They may not be the same as mine, but how he got through his stuff. And it's cool. It's cool to connect with one of the fathers there when for so long I avoided all of them. Pick up the kids from the bus. Didn't want to make eye contact. Like it's cool to like I was talking with all of them today. It's just all dads sitting there talking today, and I've never had that conversation. I've never connected with any of those guys. It's usually I pick them up and I'm kind of like I'm waiting for that bus to just creep around the corner so I can smash out to the bus, grab the kids, and then smash. Without being able to talk. And the bus was delayed today, and I got to sit there and just talk with them like a fucking normal person. And that's fucking, I didn't have that. I mean, since I've been there. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I'm going to get to my class early. I can answer these questions. I have some questions I still need to answer before I walk in there. And yeah, so everything's gonna be okay, man. It's all good. Like this was tough, coming off of a bunch of shit, and you created this shit. Like, so just learn from it, dude. Learn from it. And that's all I got, man. That's all I got to say. I love you, dude. You're good. You got this, man. Well, you're not good, but you got this. Just keep staying clean. Don't fuck up anymore.